And here we go. What up, YouTube? J Choose Your Born here. As you can see, got my Universal Monsters shirt on. I'm holding my copy of the Universal Monsters Complete Collection here. I'm excited for The Mummy. The past few days, I've reviewed the Brendan Fraser Trilogy via After the Movie because, well, it's easier than putting together like written reviews and stuff. And yeah, this movie I'm looking forward to. It's supposed to be the start of the new Universal Monsters series known as the Dark Universe. We're supposed to get like Bride of Frankenstein, Invisible Man, Creature from the Black Lagoon, Wolfman, Van Helsing, Hunchback of Notre Dame, all sorts of surprises. I'm very much looking forward to The Mummy today. I hope it's good. I don't think it's going to be as good as some of the Brendan Fraser films, at least the first two, but I think it'll be better than Tomb of the Dragon Emperor because I just watched that yesterday. I'm like, oh, this is okay. Nothing terrible, but nothing that great. Either way, I'm looking forward to seeing this. The thing that sold me on this movie the most was the fact that we have the relaunch of the Universal Monsters series, and that fucking Tom Cruise scream where he goes, "Ah!" I mean, that scream alone sold me on this movie, and I cannot wait to see that scream. I'm gonna lose it in the theater laughing. I'm gonna probably like shed a tears of like laughter hearing that scream in the theater. And also, I'm really looking forward to see what Sofia Boutella brings to the table as the Mummy. I've liked her in a lot of the stuff I've seen her in, which was Star Trek and okay, so I just saw her in Star Trek. I didn't see Kingsman or whatever. I heard she's in that, and I heard that movie's supposed to be good. But yeah, I'll probably see the Kingsman sometime soon. But I really liked her in Star Trek Beyond. And in terms of the mummy, I'm like, okay, a female mummy. Let's do this. I mean, technically we've had a female mummy if you count An Moon in the 1999 one, but not as the main antagonist. I'm actually like that makes kind of sense. Like Egyptian princess, you know, her daddy, the pharaoh, didn't buy her something for her sweet 16, and now she wants it, and she's angry or some shit like that. I don't know. She looks pretty damn good. It's the mummy. I mean, easy there, down boy. Yeah. So, whatever. Yeah. Looking forward to this movie. Hope it's good. Haven't looked at the reviews yet. I don't want to have anything influencing my opinion. If it's good, I'll let you know. If it sucks, there's gonna be a rant coming. So, yep. Let's watch this movie then. See you after the movie. Hey everyone, guess who's back from the King Arthur review?
What's up?
My friend Marlon. Surprise visit actually to go see The Mummy. And before we continue with our thoughts on the movie, I'm so goddamn pissed off. They cut out Tom Cruise's scream.
I know, I was really disappointed. I was hoping, that was the whole reason why I wanted to see the movie.
They cut out the...
They didn't put it anywhere else in the movie either, so...
It was so goddamn frustrating to watch this movie and no Tom Cruise scream.
No Tom Cruise dinosaur yell.
God damn it. I'm so disappointed.
I know, it's really sad.
But overall, I mean, I got my Universal Monsters shirt on, as you saw earlier.
I know, you dressed up for this whole
I dressed up for this whole thing.
That movie was so forgettable.
It's not that
But it wasn't,
it's
wasn't
better
bad.
Than Mummy. It's better than Mummy 3.
It wasn't a bad movie. It wasn't a bad movie.
But it's not as good as the first two.
I don't know if it's worth running out to the theater to see it.
No, it's
more
not.
like Netflix and chill kind of movie. Which or just, I got nothing to watch. So it's worth a stream.
Yeah, it's not really worth seeing out in the theaters, and this is the whole start of the Dark Universe.
It's not a bad movie by any means. It's just kind of
okay.
The mummy monster was cool though. She was different.
Yeah, sucking every dude she sees.
Yeah, she like sucks the life out of them like real women. But
oh man,
it was cool. Yeah, Dr. Jekyll. Or is that a spoiler? Shit.
No, they say it like they
in the trailer.
Yeah, like
oh,
Russell Crowe. What the fuck? I mean, he's like
when he first starts to like when Mr. Hyde starts to first emerge. It's so ridiculous. Like he's like, he can't control. He can't control himself, and then it just gets almost kind of like, oh. I thought he was gonna turn like a real like hulking monster, but he just.
I wish he did.
He just turned into like. I don't know. It wasn't. I mean, they could have done more with Mr. Hyde, I guess.
Yeah, they could have done.
All he was just like a maniac. Like
And he wasn't
thought
like
he just-
over the top enough. He needed to
I
go
thought he
kind
was. I know he's. I felt like Russell Crowe was like holding back, and he was holding back just enough. Like
he needed to go crazier.
Russell Crowe, he doesn't do that, and it makes me.
Yeah. So, anyways, in terms of what this movie's about, well, I mean, Tom Cruise is like an asshole, like in real life.
The whole
Just
movie,
kidding. He's just an asshole
trying
thief.
not to be an a-hole the whole time. He's like a poor man's Nathan Drake.
That's what it reminded me so
His
much
name
of,
was
like
Nick, and his hair is like in the same shape.
this kind
He's
of
running
reminded
around
me.
with a blonde chick who's.
God, it's Uncharted, and they had the plane sequence. Uncharted.
It's Uncharted 3.
This is the poor man's Uncharted movie. they rob a tomb, which they think is for gold, like the first Uncharted game, like it's El Dorado, but instead of unleashing, and they unleash a curse upon people. It's Uncharted, but like a poor man's version.
It's an Uncharted.
Because like there are some good action sequences in this movie, like the whole
When he fights the mummy, that was awesome. Like she just slapped one punch.
Oh my god, when Sophia Boutella, who by the way, like when she's bitch slapping Tom Cruise around, it's so entertaining. Like Tom Cruise is actually pretty good in this movie though. Like him and Sophia Boutella, and I guess
the cast is actually all pretty good. There's nobody in this movie that I'm like, oh, that character was so forgettable or unlikable.
I guess the main girl, like I can't remember her name.
Jenny.
Jenny, that's
from
right.
Forrest Gump.
Jenny.
I mean, it was a good movie, but I've seen that kind of. I've seen it.
It's
before.
not as good as the Brendan Fraser one. At least the first two. You can make the argument.
I think I've only seen the first one like once a long time ago.
Yeah, like Monday, like I was doing the after movie for this. I was doing like Monday, the '99 Brendan Fraser one, and then Tuesday was the Mummy Returns with the CGI rock at the end. And then like yesterday was Jewel the Dragon Emperor. Now this one because I was like, oh, I gotta get in the hype mode for the Mummy. And I was just all day, I was bringing up to people, yeah, I'm going to go see The Mummy tonight. And I was like, they're like, oh, The Mummy, what's that? Like, I'm like, why are you so excited for this movie? And I showed them the clip of the scream. They're like, okay, I want to see this movie now. And they cut up Tom Cruise's scream. But, like, there's some, like, Easter eggs here and there, because this is, like, the start of the Dark Universe. And there was, like, we saw, like, Vampire Skull. We saw the Gillman's hand, which I'm like, oh, I recognize that. The Gillman, which was on my shirt here somewhere. If you can see it, there he is. And then, yeah, so the Gillman's in this, or not in this, like there's an Easter egg for him. Apparently, this movie is, I guess, in continuity with the Brendan Fraser movies because they have the Book of the Living, the Book of Amun-Ra, which is the gold book, which Jenny, like, smacks the guy with. I'm like, that's the Book of Amun-Ra.
Oh, yeah, I saw you a gesture. You're like, what the hell?
I'm like, what the hell? That exists in here
Yeah,
now?
I didn't even know.
Like, is this movie in continuity with those films? I know they said it's not, but I guess it is now, because that's the Book of Amun-Ra.
I don't know, but it was
okay.
There's
some ridiculousness, too. Okay, let's get into full-blown spoilers here. So, basically, like, Tom Cruise is chosen to be the Mummy's vessel for like the devil set, like the god of death or whatever. I guess that's supposed to be like the main villain amongst these movies is the devil himself, which Tom Cruise becomes. He's like ready to kill Sophia Boutella, and she's like, wait, beloved, I love you. Become sad, become death, and Tom Cruise is like, okay, so he stabs himself.
And then he remembers like what his girlfriend Jenny said. Run, Forrest, run. And then Jenny or I don't know. Dr. Jekyll's like, you can save the world, and like all this stuff they were telling him. You must sacrifice yourself. And then Tom Cruise somehow comes back to the light. And then he takes a line from Star Wars where he's like, "You've only begun to discover your power." Remember, it's so stupid. And then he beats the shit out of the mummy woman, and then he sucks the life out of her.
Yeah, he sucks her dry. Because like every guy that she runs into in this movie, she sucks dry. That's what she does. And I was thinking of Spaceballs, where they have like the Mega Maid and they're like sucking the air up for the planet. I'm like, when she's doing that to her, I'm like, suck.
Tom Cruise kills her, and and then like his girlfriend Jenny's still passed out or
Oh,
dead
wait, yeah, because
she drowns earlier.
Wait,
before
the devil.
the final fight, like she drowns. The mummy woman drowns Jenny, and then Jenny's lying there.
After he gets possessed by the devil,
yeah,
so
and
now
he climbs on there, and he's like, because he has the power of life and death. He's basically a living god, and he's he's stuttering, and he's like grunting, and he's like, oh, I'm sorry, and he's like, please, and then there's this one quick shot of like Devil Tom Cruise, and that's all I can call him. Like he's like, wake up, and he kind of reminded me of from what's his name? What's the bad guy from The Mask?
Dorian Tyrell.
Yeah, when Dorian's like, just wait. That's exactly.
You see Tom Cruise's face, and it's this like really bad CGI,
It
like
happens,
fanged monster. You see it for a second. My reaction was,
his reaction at theater was like, oh, like you're like, your eyes were like popping out of your skull. You're like, oh my god, like
oh my god, it's him.
It was you were laughing so hard at that.
It was just so like Tom Cruise becoming like the devil, embodies the devil in this movie, and it's just, oh my god. Oh, this movie.
And then he brings back his friend's life. And
yeah, that reminded me a lot of American Werewolf in London, where like the friend just keeps like stalking him throughout.
Yeah.
Yeah, it reminded me of that. Also, Russell Crowe, like I said earlier, is Dr. Jekyll. He runs this organization that like catalogs
the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. We're called Prodigia. When he walks in, what
does he say?
We are called Prodigium, and I'm Javert, or I mean Jorel or Jekyll. He always plays characters with like the J in front of him.
Dr. Jekyll. Oh my god. Yeah.
I'm Henry Jekyll. I wanted him to bust out singing, even though it would have been awful, but I think it would have been funny. And I'm Javert. You will forget my name.
I mean, it was a pretty
alright movie.
Yeah,
I wanted so much more from this movie.
I wanted it honestly.
Either like go even stupider, or play it more straightforward and serious. It's not as good as the 1999 Mummy. It's not as good as The Mummy Returns.
If they just had the Tom Cruise scream in there,
they would have been worth the price of admission.
Now it's worth a free stream. So if you have Amazon Prime or Netflix,
when it comes out, check it out there. Don't see it in the theaters. I want it to do well enough to where we continue and explore the Dark Universe.
I never watched this in the theaters. It's not that bad, but it's almost like
it could have been so much better. Because like when this movie is
it's a fun movie, but I would say it's fun to watch at home with a bag of chips and
yeah, that's kind of the gist of it.
It's not bad though. Like it is. I mean, I can't say it was bad.
Yeah,
and I can't even say it was that good. It was
all right.
It hit every check
It's not
mark.
as funny bad. I hate to bring this up again as King Arthur. King Arthur was funnier.
Okay, King Arthur was so bad it was funny. At least I thought it. I didn't like it at all. I thought the movie was so
But it was
stupid.
so funny though. Like it was
just the way they edited that movie.
See, we can get Jude Law screaming in that movie, but we can't get Tom Cruise screaming in this.
I've seen 3 unintentionally funny movies. This one was unintentionally funny. Pirates of the Caribbean was unintentionally funny, especially with...
Am I just taking you to see, like, the bad movies?
You are, like...
He hasn't even seen Wonder Woman yet.
No. I want to.
You have to see Wonder Woman. It's really good. It's a lot better than this. Yeah. I mean, what else? I still got to see Captain Underpants, so, like, I'm going to probably see that tomorrow or something if I get the time, but... Yeah, so anyways, I guess we'll wrap up our thoughts on The Mummy. It's alright. I'd say it's probably... maybe a little better than Mummy 3, or maybe on the same level. And it disappoints me, because I wanted this movie to be amazing, and it doesn't live up to, like, what I thought it would be. And it's just, like, Tom Cruise is good in it, Sofia Boutella is pretty good as, like, Princess Amenet, the Mummy. Russell Crowe is pretty funny when he, like, starts to turn into the monster, but he's not crazy enough as Hyde. Like, I like the guy from, like, that 30s Hyde movie, where, like, he's just a full-on piece of shit. But, like, Russell Crowe's kind of strange in this one. But, yeah. Other than that, like, it's just an all right movie, and it's a shame that this is the movie that's relaunching the Universal Monsters. Hopefully, it does good enough, and we can continue and like make better movies. But as of right now, it just sucks because Universal Monsters means so much to me because it's like my first introduction to horror, and it's like my favorite series. Like in terms of, like it's the first shared universe. Now everything's become a shared universe. Does that upset you in a way? Because like,
I don't know. Marvel did it first, and then
Universal did it first, like back in the 40s, because they were the first shared universe, and then Toho did it, and then I guess.
Well, I mean, in recent times.
Yeah, in recent times, because Marvel's thing became like really successful, and I mean they've had some good movies for sure, but like everything else is becoming a shared universe, and like I don't know, like I mean I like the idea of shared universes because it's like, oh, we're finally getting the crossovers we wanted, like we're finally getting the DC film lineups and they're getting better, and then we're getting the MonsterVerse with Godzilla and Kong. That one's the one I'm most looking forward to. And then we're getting this one, and then we're probably getting more shared universes. The M. Night Shyamalan one, I guess, with Split and that. But yeah, like it's just a strange world we live in nowadays. But anyways, are you good?
Yeah, this movie's funny.
Yeah, it's pretty funny, stupid. We're just staring at these people.
I don't know.
I don't know. Like
they're having a good time.
They're having a good time. All right. Well, I want to thank you all for watching and enjoying Mummy Week with me, and it concluded with you two.
God.
Only thing left to say is like, I'm so goddamn angry we didn't get that scream.
At least it's in the trailer.
At least we got it in the trailer.
And there's a whole video on it on YouTube.
There's videos on it. I know this is like a small like nitpick, but when the scream is the most exciting thing to come out of this movie and it's not even in it, it's like, it reminds me of that scene from Wicker Man where Nick Cage is like, oh, not the bees. That's not in the theatrical, that's in the extended cut, and it's more popular. The scream should have been in this fucking movie. That's all I gotta say. Thank you for joining me, Ron. We'll record more after the movies sometime soon. I mean, but yeah. Thanks for watching, everybody. You got anything else to add?
No, that's it. Take it easy.
Take it easy.